Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based upon whatever is your location. So, I'm here again, once again, with the next webinar of this series. So, feel free to put your questions over the chat. And even after this webinar, if you have any question, feel free to share with me over my email or put on the comments on this video. So I'll be happy to assist and will be happy to respond all the questions here. So this is the session 2 of the webinar. So I'm quickly sharing my screen. Okay. So let me check. Now, this is I mentioned, this is session 2, and within this session, we will discuss about the ideation and inceptions. I'll have a quick recap of the session 1 as well. And this entire the webinar series is based upon the book Pivot with Purpose. So we will deep dive into the different phase of product life cycle as we move on. We will cover in this webinar series. First, we will have a quick recap of the session 1, especially the product lifecycle part. And after that, we will deep dive into the ideation and the idea generation phase, where we will understand about what are the creative techniques for the idea generations, what are the ways to convert the ideas into the concepts, how to identify the market gaps and opportunities. We will discuss around it. Yeah. During the first session, we discussed about different phases of product life cycle like ideation, introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. We have seen some of the case studies as well, like in each and every phase, if we are doing good, then how can we maximize the sales, maximize the user base for the application? There are certain things with respect to each area. So right now we are here and we are discussing. As we move into this webinar series, we will be covering all of these dimensions of the product life cycle one by one. Now, since we are in the ideation and inception phase, what is ideation and why that is so important? Any idea? Right now, we are working in a fast paced environment, and there is a need of quickly turn ideas into imagination and the innovation. Basically, idea is the seed, idea is the place where you start. If you are not doing good at the ideation phase, there is a possibility you end up in spending a lot without getting any benefit. This phase is very crucial because this is the starting phase whenever the seed of idea is right. And this idea is creating a stage for the product success. Now, how an idea can change the dimension, can change the thing, and a right idea in the right prospects, how can that change? Let's take an example. Let's go back into 2007 and in Francisco, two roommates, Brian Chesky and John Kebia, they were struggling to get some to pay rent basically in San Francisco. The hotels were fully booked. There was a local conference. They thought a simple idea. Why not rent out the mattresses, air mattresses in their apartment who needed a place to stay? This was the idea. This emerged in the mind. And can you think this idea transformed into multi-billion organization, multi-billion dollar industry that is the Airbnb? Because they did not think about just the renting out the space. They think about the problem as well. They think about the multiple dimensions. They think what is the root cause of the problem. We will deep dive into these of the aspects as we move on in this webinar. Right. So now, so the crux is a simple problem solving idea renting out of an air matrices ignited $1 billion industry. Every idea is important, so we need to think. Where to start? So we will discuss about three different techniques: brainstorming, root cause analysis, and discomfort one by one. Let's think about brainstorming. Imagine a room buzzing with energy. Diverse mind is there, marketers, engineers, designers, product managers, all are bouncing the ideas to each other. This is power of brainstorming. It is not about getting the perfect idea, it is about generating idea. Here, quantity does matter most than the quality. Every idea is important. Even every single idea should be put down. How can we make a effective brainstorming? First of all, we should encourage the open and non-judgmental communication. There is no bad idea, no good idea. Every idea is as important as it should be. Set a specific time limit. It should be a time bound because brainstorming can go a day's activity as well. So it should be a time bound. And sessions should be focused and it should be action or the idea driven. At the end, we should be having some action item and some next step. And the third point is really important. A facilitator is very important on this stage because without facilitator, you will not be able to create a directional discussion. Make sure you capture all the ideas, whether through note taking or digital tools. There are a lot of digital tools you can use, Miro, Moral, or whatever. If you are using the board, then the idea can be on these sticky notes as well. But why that is important brainstorming? You know the Disney creative process. The Walt Disney, they used to have a three-room method. So three rooms are, one is the dreamer. The dreamer means every wild idea is captured, every wild idea is discussed. The second room is the realist, the practical application of the ideas. So every idea will be discussed for within the release that is about the practical application. And third room is critic. What are the challenges and refinements happen in this one? So this is the Disney creative process for the brainstorming. I'm not saying you should be using three-room method. You can be using your own method, a single brainstorming session as well. But it is showing that how structured brainstorming is helping Disney's creative world basically to bring the movies and other stuff. So again, brainstorming is where raw ideas take shapes, encourage open discussion, set a time-bound session, appoint a facilitator to guide the process, and capture every idea. Because the next big innovation might start as small. Like in the previous example, we have seen the renting out the matrices will emerge an idea and it is resulted into the terms of Airbnb. Now, second is root cause analysis. What is root cause analysis? So root cause analysis helps product teams to make informed decision problems, build products that solve user pain point. Sometimes we are just looking into one dimension of the problem, whatever is we are able to see, whatever is in front of us. We may not be able to deep dive into what is the root cause of the problem. So that's why understanding the root cause is very, very important. Okay. Sometimes it happens we are looking into the surface, but underlying problem is different. Now, there are certain steps to root cause analysis. The first step, define the problem clearly. That is the first step. Clearly articulated problem is the first step towards the solution. If you are not clearly defined the problem, then solution may be far away. Gather data. Whatever is the data point available around that, whatever the relevant information, customer feedback, performance metrics, user behavior, get all data. Break down the problems, break down the problem into simple parts by questioning what is the problem, when this problem is occurring, where is this problem occurring, and how it's happening. What, when, where, how. Think about this. It will help you to break down the problem. There is a problem that at a particular time, at a particular place, the problem is occurring. If my server is crashing, any particular time, any particular day, any particular activity, drill down those aspects to deep dive into the root cause. Once this is done, identify the potential root cause. How to identify that? 5 why. Ask 5 times why. That why this problem is occurring. Let's take a real business example. Suppose you have a product and your new product is failing into the market. You will ask why product is failing. Okay. Why? Because customer is not buying it. Why they are not buying it? Because they don't understand the value. Okay. You will again ask why. The marketing message is unclear. They are not clear about why they should buy this product. Okay. Why there's that confusion? Because target audience wasn't defined well. Oh, that's the problem. Why? Why the target audience is not defined well? Because product team didn't do the enough user research. Let's take an example. If you are there are two products or two organizations, First Cry and Decathlon. What happened if First Cry is sharing their value, the market potential, or the value of their product to the users who are young, just started working, and they are looking to the things because their products are not relevant to them. So think about that. So 5 why or fishbone diagram you can use. Once this is done, validate the root cause by some customer feedback, testing hypothesis, validate the root cause. Once you have validated the root cause, develop a solution idea. Brainstorm the solution. Do not work on the symptoms. Think about the root cause and develop a solution around the root cause. Once this is done, test and refine the idea. Get the feedback and it should be iterative. By following this step, the teams can solve the problem in their root, improve product quality, enhance customer experience. So whenever you are trying to solve a problem, make sure you are doing RCA root cause analysis. Sometimes as an entrepreneur or as a product person, we listen and we started solving a problem. No, take a pause, do the root cause analysis. And there are certain benefits, although I have mentioned benefits while I was explaining about root cause analysis. You will be able to get the targeted solutions. You understand the customer, you understand the root cause, you understand why this problem is occurring, you will be solving that. Efficient use of resources. By solving the right problem, resources will be utilized more effectively and increase customer satisfaction. Since you are solving their real problem, the root problem, then definitely your customer will be more satisfied. So far, we have discussed two methods. One is brainstorming and RCA. Now let's move to Scamper. Scamper is another powerful technique or a structured method which foster a creativity or by generating innovation. Also, it creates a prompt. It's a set of prompts basically which encourage you to think, thinking beyond whatever you are seeing, right? Even RCA, we are also working on the beyond whatever we are seeing and here as well. So, Scamper will help you in your thought provokingness about the product. So, Scamper is a acronym of seven thinking approaches. One is substitute. What can be the substitute for this product, right? What can be? What are the things which can replace it? Whenever you are thinking your product in that way, you will be able to have a very deep understanding. Combine, to bring together, to unite. Can we bring it? Combine it with something. Adjust, to adjust for the purpose of suiting a condition or purpose. Okay, we have this product, can we adjust this product to suitable for another condition? Modify, to alter, to change the form or quality. Put to other uses, can we use this product to other uses? Can we eliminate this? What if we'll pick the opposite to this? What will happen? Can we rearrange it? If you have a very good deep understanding about product, you'll be able to answer these questions. On the other way, if you start thinking about product from these seven thinking approaches point of view, you will be able to deep dive and understand your product in a very well defined way. And especially we are talking about the ideas here, and ideas should be thought through. So by systematic applying these prompts, Scamber unlock creative thinking. It helps team to explore new angles, challenges norms, and developing groundbreaking solutions. So it is not always that we have a problem and we are trying to solve that problem. It is most of the time deep dive into the problem statement first. What is the problem? So this entire session is all about thinking about the problem. Here we'll not talk anything about the solution, even today's webinar and the next Sunday webinar as well. We'll talk about problem only. If you understand the problem, nothing like that. So you have deep dive into the problem. Now you have to deep dive into user as well. It is not about looking into the user point of view on a surface. You have to empathize with the user. You understand the root cause. What is the root cause? You have done the scamper technology, scamper technique as well. Now you have to deep dive into the customer area, into the user area. So it's a visual representation where you start thinking about what is the thought, feeling, action, pain points of the user. It's a psychological portrait of the user. Once you see this, you will be able to understand your user in a very well way. Let's see how it is structured. So it is structured like this is an empathy map canvas, and there are seven dimensions in canvas, and you need to see who are we empathizing with, who is our user, what do they need to do, what do they see, what do they say about product, what do they do, product or problem, what do they hear from the external world. And this is very much internal, this 7 point. What they think and feel, what is their pains and gains. Create this. Again, this is not a one-time activity. First time you may not be able to see this, but as you go on, you will be able to deep dive into the customer mind. Make sure after every certain point of time or after every like a feature release or something, you are thinking about the updating this, modifying this. As your understanding will increase, you will be more into that. So again, this is a map divided into Different aspects like a says, think, feels, and does. Gather insight based upon user research, feedback, and observation. You can fill each and every section and visualize the user world. As you populate the map, try to visualize the user environment, user challenge. An important aspect is emotional landscape. And this is an important aspect. And you can create it on a wall. You can, there are a lot of digital tools are also available. As I mentioned about Miro, Moral, we'll see this kind of some tools in some of the webinar, I think third or fourth, we will see while we will be discussing about the 5-day design thinking. Now you understand the, so first, you discuss about the problem, root cause of the problem by brainstorming, RCA, Scamper. After that, you empathize with the user. Now it's a time to look into the market. Understand what are the market gaps. And whenever there is a market gap, there is an opportunity. Like we have seen in the Airbnb example, there was a market gap was there was no there was a gap in the supply of the hotel rooms compared to the people who are demanding the room. So there was a supply, demand and supply gap there, right? Similarly, Tesla identified the demand and supply in the sustainable automotive vehicle. Now, how can this be identified? So there are certain things. Let's first research, first market research and analysis, and I'll share how to do these analysis and gaps as well in some forms of the tool. Market research analysis, like you need to understand what are the customer need, customer pain point, what are the market trend, where the industry is moving, like the current market trend, everything is moving towards the AI, generative AI. You have to understand that landscape while proposing any solution. What are the competitive analysis, how your competitors are doing. You have to study a lot to your competitors as well. You have to understand what are the gap in the market, what is the market fit, what competitive advantage or disadvantages you have, what are the unmet demand. You have to get the user feedback and validation, create a feedback loop, do the iterative refinement, emerging trends, what are the future projections, where the world is moving, how my product will take care in with the future needs. If you are thinking just today, maybe after 1 year, your product may not be in the market, is not in demand. What are the emerging trends? It's really important. If you are investing heavily on this, the gas-driven or the petrol diesel-driven vehicles, what will be the future? What is the ROI? Think in that perspective. Understand about the niche, where your idea can work. Who is the right segment for the user, for you? May not be every area, every place, every person will be your product consumer. You have to think for which group of consumers you are solving the problem. All of these things should be, sometime it happens as a product person, a lot of things in our mind, but this thing should be visible to each and everyone whosoever is working on the product. Now let's see some of the simple tools to identify this. The first tool is SWOT analysis. So there are 4 dimensions of SWOT: strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat. What are the strengths we have? So it is internal one. What are the strengths we have? What are the weaknesses we have? What are the opportunities in the market? What are the threats in the market? If I am a producer, I will think, okay, I have a good infrastructure, I have a team on place. Okay, I may not be having a good customer service segmentation. Okay, this is something good, that I have a infrastructure, I have a quality resources. So this is a good strength, but I have weakness as well, right? Opportunities, I can look into the multiple markets right now. My product is already there in the market in a particular country, and I can expand my service into multiple other countries as well, where I can get profit. Oh, there are certain other competitors are also emerging. Now my product is not the unique one, or USP is not there basically, because the other products are also following the same pattern. To understand about what are the strengths and what are the opportunities, it will be helpful for me. Although understanding the entire thing will be helpful, but okay, these are the helpful things. These are taking me into the positive direction. Okay, my weakness and threats can be take me towards the negative direction, negative growth. These are something which I can, which are in my control. Strength and weaknesses. These are something which may not be in my control. Opportunities is external, threats are external, but how can I overcome that? Visualizing this SWOT basically will provide a clear picture that where are we right now, and it will helpful in taking these strategic decisions. Let's tweak a bit this one. The SWOT is toss. It's just a reverse to SWOT. So it is created with the help of SWOT analysis as well. So I just picked up strength and opportunities here, strength and threats here, weakness and opportunity here, and weakness and threats here, right? So here there were two things, like strength and opportunity, sorry, strength and opportunity. These are helpful, so I combine these two. Strength, what are my strength and what are opportunities? If I focus on these, okay, and so I can be having more advantage on this, and I can enter into new market. So this is the positive, very positive. I can take a quick decision. Okay, let's jump into this. Here something is my strength, but threat is also there. I can think I have a strength, but threat is there. So how can I overcome this threat by by applying my strengths? Here is a weakness is there and opportunity is also there. How can I overcome my opportunities? Overcome my weaknesses. And I would like to minimize this where weakness and threats both are high. These are something which area I may not be able to capture, or I need to have a special focus so that I how can I overcome. But mostly this is low hanging fruits for me. The first one, I should focus on this one. These are the second one, I have strength but threats as well. And third one is, okay, I have weaknesses but opportunities there. I should overcome my weaknesses if I need to capture this opportunity. And this is something which I need to take care later, or based upon the market strategy you can define. I am not saying which need to taken care first, but based upon your organization strategy at a given point of time, you can take a decision. So this is toss analysis. And SWOT and toss analysis helps in first innovating from the strength, because we understand about what are our strengths, and second is we can address our weaknesses, we can seize the opportunity and mitigate threats, right? So all of this strategic decision may be taken from this. Let's take an example, seizing opportunities. Tesla see an opportunity. Tesla identified the growing demand of sustainable energy and capitalize on it by innovating the electric vehicle and battery technology. Yeah. Addressing weaknesses. Netflix addresses its early limitation in DVD rental. They understood by DVD rental they can be the local organization only. And they pivot to streaming, which eliminate logistic challenges and position them as an industry leader. So they convert, they address their weakness. So again, SWOT and TOS analysis will help you to understand where are you right now, where is your potential, and where you should put your effort. But another one aspect which is very important, and most of the time we overlook this. We are not looking towards the numbers. Whenever we are launching a product, we are solving a problem, we need to understand the market size. What is the potential of the market? Okay, let's see this slide with an example. Let's understand we want to launch a product, a service like Ola Uber. Right? So, right. In that case, first we need to understand what is TAM, what is total addressable market available. TAM is total demand of the product or service globally. In case of Ola or Uber, the TAM will be total number of transportation user, whosoever is commuting, right? Commuters, business traveler, tourist. If we can get that data globally, then we can get that what is the total addressable market. How can we get that? There are certain World Bank reports available, National Transport Survey, all of these things available on the public domain. Second is same, serviceable available market. TAM is total available market. That may not be, I may not be able to capture the entire thing. So same narrow down the TAM basically. It's a serviceable available market, right? So let's understand. Suppose Uber is focusing on the country which is India. So what happened same in this case, serviceable available market, total transportation spending in India. It includes a taxi, autos, buses, car rentals, all these things, right? This is about serviceable available market. But it is not possible that I'll be able to capture the entire serviceable market. There are competition as well. Buses and every other transport medium will always be there, as the Ola or Uber will not be replacing these entirely. There is a budget issue as well. So, and some preferences issue as well. So is serviceable, obtainable market, which is realistic market, which Uber can capture in India. So overestimate that 30% of the ride-hailing users will choose them over competitor. So what happened, say, so here, 30% of same. So here total global market, here total market in India, including taxis, autos, buses, car rental, and SOM is actually 30% of same. So it will help them that where they can take care, where they can focus on. Now the important question is, most of the time, it looks like how to calculate these numbers. I think this is a problem for most of you. So, being a product person, whatever role you are playing, there are certain research firms available. Look deep dive into those data. McKinsey, Gartner, Forrester, PwC, Statista. These all are providing the analysis. These will help you to understand the things. These are publishing the industry report, industry specific research and reports these are publishing. There are certain government and economic data is available. World Bank data is there, IMF, Census Bureau. In India, NASCOM, TRI is also sharing the data. You can look into the competitor companies' reports, investor presentations, trade associations, FICCI, IBIS World. These are also sharing a lot of details. You can launch your own survey on LinkedIn, Google Trends, customer feedback. So all of these things will help you to get this data. So today we discussed how we jump into the problem area. First, we define the what is the problem. After that, we brainstorm about the problem, and everything is about problem. Here, we are not talking about the solution. Understand? Problem. We did RCA root cause analysis of the problem. We utilize the scamper technique to see the different alternative or different thought provoking scenarios with respect to the problem. After that, we identify the market gaps. We discussed about the SWOT analysis, toss analysis, again thought provoking things to think about what is the market, what is the customer, what are the things. And post that, we discussed about the market size. Actually, what is the number which I can take care? If my invest is more than this number, do you think we'll invest? No. Eventually, it's a solving problem, and the producer we want to get some benefit as well, and that for the organization that will be in terms of revenue and the benefit. So you will be able to get the actual what market is available, what level till what level you can expand. So this is about the ideation and inception. Again, from the ideation phase, this is just a starting point, although it's a very important. And in the next session, we will discuss about the concept development. Again, we'll not about the entire solution. Solution paradigm, we'll jump into the webinar 4, session 4. But again, we will deep dive into the problem as well. And we will start converting problem into some concepts and the early validation. This we will cover during our next session. So with that, thanks for joining, and I'll be happy to take care of the questions. If you have any question, feel free to share, and meet you all in the next series of this webinar. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day ahead.